Hi, my name is Emily Iverson, and today I will be talking about Billy Mills. Billy Mills was the first and only American to win a gold medal in the 10,000-meter race at the Olympics. Billy Mills grew up on the Pine Ridge Reservation in the southwestern side of South Dakota. He began running and put his energy towards something positive, pushing him to start setting records throughout his life. Billy Mills' life was not easy from the start due to poverty surrounding the Pine Ridge Reservation, and he became orphaned at only 12 years old. Rather than getting into trouble, he put his focus into running to burn off his energy. He would run into the sandy hills and rough terrain of where he had lived. Um, he used to present at my school at Andy Central, so he would tell us about the different places he would run. He would run up these very high hills, long distances, everything, and he did not own a pair of shoes to do this, so he would usually run barefooted in socks or very old running shoes that were hand-me-downs. Um, his running began to spark something inside of him as he set many records at high school track events. His achievements in high school landed him a track scholarship at the University of Kansas. He then decided to leave behind his track career at the University of Kansas and went on to serve as an officer in the United States Marine Corps for 2 years. While enrolled in the Marine Corps, he returned to racing and qualified for the 1964 Olympic Games in Tokyo. Not many people knew of him, especially alongside of the more famous athletes at that time that he was racing along with in the 10,000-meter race and along with the other Olympians in the Olympics. He was not one that many people really knew of his story or where he came from. He was just another person there. Um, Mills unexpectedly pulled ahead of those who were expected to win the final sprint and won by 3 yards. He still holds the title this day of the only American to win a gold medal in the 10,000-meter run. He continued to set records in 1965 after his Olympic victory. He set an outdoor world record of 27 minutes and 11.6 seconds in the 6-mile run and also set U.S. records in the 3-mile races. The movie Running Brave was made after his amazing victory that took place in the 1964 Olympics in Tokyo. He now goes to schools around the country, including my own. He usually comes every year to speak with students to give them inspiration to get off of reservations or to even become something and to make them feel as though they have a place in this world. Um, he co-founded Running Strong and visits the native communities to talk to students of healthy habits and taking pride in their heritage. He usually comes every year and spends time with individual students to talk about where to get started and how to get started. Um, Students that usually come from poor communities or reservations usually hit hard for him, so he usually tries to do things to give them something to um, motivate them. Um, it's kind of something that hits hard for him. He actually did not own his own pair of running shoes until right before the night of the Olympic um, race that he won. Um, he is now married and he lives out in California. Um, if you ever get a chance to listen to his talk, he's just um, so what's the word I want to use? Like he's humble of his life, and he will tell you exactly what had happened, what he had to go through to do it. He almost quit racing, um, but coaches at school and everything talked him into continue going. Um, it took a lot for him to keep going, and now he has quite a few gold medals and titles behind his name. He um, is actually quite a nice guy to talk to. He, I don't know, he's just kind of really an inspiration to a lot of not only Native American children, but to those in South Dakota. Like, no one really thinks that they're from South Dakota, they're going to make it. Just because they think they can't make it doesn't mean that they can't try to keep pushing for their goals and not give up and keep pushing for their goals to get somewhere. And if they keep pushing for their goals to meet smaller goals, then they might meet their big goal eventually. And I feel like his foundation and his stories really get to a lot of students and cause them to actually push themselves to get further in life. Um, Anyone in those sorts really helps students, especially in poverty communities.